I asked the doctor in anguish. Is this kind of memory loss really irreversible? The doctor just shook his head regretfully, telling me everything was up to fate. But we had loved each other for 3 whole years, sharing over 1,000 days and nights together. How could I just let go? We had already met each other's parents, gotten engaged, and even chosen our wedding dress. Yet he personally told me he was going to marry someone else. How could I find peace with that? I clutched my head in pain, trying to convince myself this was all just an illusion. But my phone kept vibrating, constantly reminding me of reality's existence. I mechanically opened the chat window to find a screen full of congratulatory messages. To announce his love for Amelia to everyone, Iman had made a grand spectacle of telling everyone around him about the wedding. Everyone except me, his ex-girlfriend. I had apparently become an unspeakable stain in his life, something to be avoided at all costs. If Amelia hadn't personally sent me that invitation, I wouldn't have even known they were getting married today. The bridal shop clerk called. "Miss, the wedding dress you and your husband custom ordered last month is ready. Is it convenient for you to pick it up now?" I held the phone in a daze for a long time. Just as I was about to refuse, I remembered that it was the wedding dress Iman had personally chosen for me. In my moment of near despair, a glimmer of hope quietly emerged. If I wore this wedding dress to see him, would he remember me again? The answer was no. When I walked into the wedding hall, the pastor was reading the vows to the bride and groom. Seeing me dressed up in full wedding attire, people around me cast puzzled and strange looks in my direction. A flicker of panic crossed Amelia's face, but after noticing Iman's increasingly cold expression, her eyes turned mocking. I stopped in front of Iman, and before I could even speak, he furiously tore off my veil and threw it hard on the ground. He said, "Audrey, do you know that today is the most important day of my life? You deliberately dressed like this to disgust me, didn't you? Or are you still clinging to those unrealistic fantasies, thinking I'm still your boyfriend? Well, let me tell you, that will never happen in this lifetime." I was so stung by these vicious words that I couldn't speak. I wanted to explain, but suddenly realized that in everyone else's eyes, I looked like a homewrecker trying to break up someone's marriage. Iman waved his hand, and several security guards immediately stepped forward to forcibly escort me away. As I struggled, I saw Iman tenderly pull Amelia into his arms, gently comforting her. I finally understood that Iman would never remember me again, and would never love me again. Wearing the heavy wedding dress, I was thrown out of the hotel.